What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some potential leaks and information about the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC with the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Now from the time that I'm making this video, the Pokemon Sword and Shield Isle of Armor DLC is only 10 days away. It's going to be coming out on June 17th, so it's really close, and apparently we have some more information about what we could be in store for with that DLC. Now just a few days ago we did have an official news drop that did give us some information about the Isle of Armor DLC and the Crown Tundra DLC, but now we supposedly have some leaks that are giving us even more details about stuff that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company may be hiding from us that we're going to find out for ourselves in this DLC. And so I'll have this potential leak linked below in the description if you guys want to go and read it for yourself, but of course a potential spoiler warning, this stuff could turn out to be real. We'll know in a couple days when it comes out, but it does sound pretty interesting and I do want to give you guys my thoughts on it because it seems kind of fun. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that it says here is that the Isle of Armor story is going to take about 4 hours. Now that sounds kind of appropriate, I guess. I mean, I'm not really expecting like a hugely long story, but 4 hours seems kind of decent enough. It says that there are more Galarian forms such as Dustox, which is going to be a Sword exclusive, and Beautifly, which is going to be a Shield exclusive. Now, of course, some people have been speculating about this for a while, because if you guys don't know, the special character that appears exclusively in the Pokemon Sword expansion pass is named Clara, and then the one that appears in the Shield expansion pass is named Avery. Now the reason that people are connecting it with these two characters is if we take a look at Clara's bow in her official artwork, we can see that her bow really closely matches to what a Dustox wings look like with the ring in the middle, and a lot of people do think that maybe if there is going to be a Galarian Dustox, then it would make sense for it to have like this white type of wings and then having this ring around it that's a different color, so maybe Clara's bow could be hinting at that Galarian Dustox. And then it would make sense to have Galarian Dustox as the Pokemon Sword exclusive, and then having Galarian Beautifly as a Pokemon Shield exclusive. It also says here that the Isle of Armor is going to get some more Galarian forms with Seel and Dugong, as well as Phanpy, which is going to get a brand new evolution instead of Donphan, so it seems like that's going to be kind of similar to what they did with Galarian Farfetch, where it evolves into Surfetch, so it seems like Galarian Phanpy is going to evolve into a completely new Pokemon. They also talked a little bit about Max Soup, and it says here getting ingredients for Max Soup is super easy. They are hidden items and they sparkle, as you know, that respawn throughout multiple times a day in the Isle of Armor. So it seems like that's going to be kind of easy then. Once you find those sparkling items and once you have all of the ones that you need, you're going to be able to make Max Soup, which is kind of good. I was hoping that it was going to be not like a really tedious process that you'd have to wait like till you get certain items at certain parts of the day or something like that, like because that would take a really long time. But it seems like according to this, it is going to be kind of simple, which is good, because the Max Soup is going to be a very important item, as it lets Pokemon that are only able to Dynamax get the ability to turn into their special Gigantamaxes. Now they also mentioned something here about the Cramometer. Now if you don't know, this was like that robot Cramorant that was mentioned really fast in the trailer. On the website they talked about how basically this thing, you just give it items that you don't use anymore and it'll turn them into items that are actually useful, like max potions and full restores and things like that. So the person in the leak here just says the Cramometer is actually a really cool feature that comes in handy. They don't really go into detail about it, but I guess that's kind of cool. I don't really know exactly how it's going to work, but I guess we'll see in a couple days when the DLC comes out. The next thing that was mentioned here was that they said, I recommend choosing the Tower of Darkness because Single Strike Urshifu is more powerful than Rapid Strike, which is kind of interesting because to me personally, I really like how the Rapid Strike Urshifu looks, so that's what I was planning to go with. But I mean, according to this, it seems like that the Single Strike one is going to be more powerful. Maybe that's just depending on its type, or maybe the stats of the Pokemon in each form is actually going to be different, which would be kind of interesting as well. But I guess we'll see once the games actually come out, or once this DLC actually is available. In terms of new Gigantamaxes, it says here that there's no Gigantamax form for Galarian Slowbro, but Galarian Dugong and Phanpy's new evolution will get some, as well as some other Pokemon like Talonflame. So that's actually really good if that turns out to be the case. I really do hope that they have some hidden like Gigantamax forms and Galarian forms that they don't talk about in the trailer, and we actually will discover these for ourselves, and it definitely does seem like that might be the case. I mean, we kind of saw what they're doing with the Sword and Shield promotion so far, where even before Sword and Shield was available, they didn't really give us a whole bunch of information. They were definitely keeping things secret from us in terms of like new Pokemon and new Galarian forms and things like that, so I really do think that they have finally learned from Pokemon Sun and Moon, because going into Sun and Moon, it felt like we knew pretty much every single new Pokemon, all of the hidden new things, so I really do think that it is very likely that maybe in the DLC as well, there's going to be some hidden new Galarian forms and even Gigantamaxes that they haven't spoiled to us already in trailers. Then we've only got a couple of things here to wrap it up for the Isle of Armor. It says here that Kurt is going to be on the Isle of Armor to make apricorn balls, and I think we already knew that apricorns were going to be inside of the DLC, so people were kind of hoping that hopefully Kurt comes back from the Johto region to actually help you make these really cool Pokeballs, and according to this, it seems like that might actually be the case. It also says here that you can rebattle Mustard and Clara/Avery once per day, so that's pretty useful. I mean, I hope that they have some strong Pokemon, because then you could actually use them to kind of grind some levels for weaker Pokemon, and that could be useful in terms of training. And then it says here that Galarian Slowbro is going to be your rival's ace Pokemon, but they have a team of 5 with Pokemon such as Galarian Dustox and Galarian Beautifly, so that definitely makes a lot of sense. The thing is, we know that Clara is actually going to specialize in Poison-type Pokemon, and Avery is going to specialize in Psychic-type Pokemon, and Galarian Slowbro actually matches both of them because it's a Poison and Psychic type, so it would make sense to have it be the ace of both of these trainers, so it definitely fits in with that. And then also with these new Galarian forms, it would make sense to have the special, like, Sword-exclusive Galarian form be with Clara, and then the Shield-exclusive Galarian form be with Avery. And so that's pretty much all there is in terms of the Isle of Armor, but now we're going to move into some details about the Crown Tundra. Alright, so the first thing that it says here in terms of the Crown Tundra leaks is that the storyline takes about 5 hours, and so if we're taking the 5-hour storyline from the Crown Tundra, and then the 4-hour storyline that they said for the Isle of Armor, then that would mean that the whole entire DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield would be approximately 9 to 10 hours, which I think would be the most reasonable amount of playtime in order to get for the value of the DLC, because like I said, Pokemon Sword and Shield is around a 20-ish hour game, I would say, and that is $60 for when you pay for it at full price, and the DLC is going to be $30 for both of these expansion passes, so you're paying for half of the price of the game. And if we're getting about half the game time, because we're going to be getting around 10 hours with both of these combined, then I think that would be a reasonable amount. The next thing that it says here is that the map is going to be bigger than the Isle of Armor, which I feel like makes a lot of sense. I think that we can all agree that comparing these two DLCs, it definitely does seem like that the Isle of Armor is the one that's a little bit more underwhelming compared to the Crown Tundra. The Crown Tundra's got all these legendary Pokemon, it's got all these like little dungeons to explore, it's got Galarian, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. It definitely seems way more exciting to me than the one that we're getting for the Isle of Armor, so it would make sense that the map is bigger, but it also says here that we're going to be getting some new Galarian forms such as Slowking, Poochyena, and Mightyena, Apom and Ambipom, Deerling and Sawsbuck, and some others. So if this turns out to be true, I'm actually going to be very happy. I would really love it for them to give some Galarian forms to these Pokemon that are a little bit more forgettable and ones that people don't really think about as much anymore. Deerling and Sawsbuck, Apom and Ambipom, these are definitely like Pokemon that a lot of people don't think about as much anymore. So having these Pokemon get some new Galarian forms, which could actually make them a little bit more useful, I would definitely love that. And finally, it says here that there are going to be some more Gigantamax forms, including the brand new legendary Pokemon Calyrex. Galarian Slowking is not going to be as strong as Galarian Slowbro, and then it says here that Regigigas is not going to be in the DLC, which is very interesting to me. It definitely seems like they were promoting it as if like all legendary Pokemon are coming back with this DLC, so I don't understand why they wouldn't add Regigigas, especially since they have all the other Regis. We've seen them in the trailer, and we know that there's going to be those 2 new Regis as well, so I have no idea why they wouldn't add Regigigas. We also saw that Regigigas did get an updated moveset that's actually going to make it much more useful too. I think it gets the move like Rest and Protect now, so that's going to be really good for Regigigas, so I have no idea why it wouldn't be in this DLC, but I guess we'll wait and see once it actually comes out. And the absolute last thing that they said here is that both parts are really good. I do prefer the Crown Tundra, but Isle of Armor is also great. Both parts have many things to do after you beat the story, and it's definitely more entertaining to stay in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra than other parts of the Galar region. And so all in all, the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC looks like it could be very good if this stuff turns out to be true, but either way, we'll have to wait till we actually get the games in our hands, and then we'll finally be able to play through this DLC in a couple days and see what it's all about. I'll probably make like a review video on it as well as for if I recommend the Isle of Armor DLC, and then I'll probably do one for the Crown Tundra as well, but these are just the leaks that have been going around right now, and they definitely seem very interesting. I would love for all this stuff to turn out to be true, so that's why I wanted to make a video about it and give you guys my thoughts. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then definitely be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of all this. What do you guys think about these leaks for the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC? Do you like some of these? Do you not like some of them? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.